Hey guys, want to show your support to the channel and get some awesome rewards at the same time? Then go check out my Patreon page where at whatever tier you choose that fits your budget, you'll get plenty of rewards such as updates and announcements on the regular, exclusive sneak peeks of my videos before they go up online, get yourself credited, and receive a special shout out at the end of my videos and more. Go to patreon.com/AckleyAttack44227TV to start pledging today. And don't forget to also check out and consider gifting me any items I have listed on my Amazon wishlist and even supporting me on my Streamlabs tipping page that'll also help support the channel directly. Links are in the description box below as well as on my link tree for you to check out. Thank you and enjoy today's video. Take care. Hey guys, like what we do on our channel and want to see more videos from us? Then not to worry about a thing. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well as turning on the notification bell so that way you can see more of our videos coming up very soon. Thank you and enjoy today's video. Hey folks, I'm going to be coming to Geek Art Confluence this year, taking place at the Goldstein Auditorium in the Shine Student Center at Syracuse University up in Syracuse, New York on Sunday, April 19th from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. I'm going to be there all day and I'll not only be judging the cosplay dance contest at 3 p.m. at the main stage alongside Erica Murphy, but I'm also going to be cosplaying as my OC, which is the cross-dressing ballerina boy himself, Elliot Fujiano, aka Melody. More information and details can be found at geekartconfluence.com for you to check out, and if you see me there, then by all means come on up to me and say hi. Hope to see you there. Hey guys, this is AckleyAttack4427 here, and welcome to another episode of WTPU, aka What the Pickup? Now, as you may recall, in the last episode of the show, which you can see right down over here, I talked about the Funko Pop figure version of Rumi from K-Pop Demon Hunters that I actually got during this year's Syracuse Collectors Con that I was at not too long ago, and yeah, I have to say, I am really glad that I actually got it for sure, and yeah, I really do think it turned out really great, I'm not gonna lie, and I was really impressed with, of course, how it actually turned out for sure, and yeah, actually really turned out quite great from what I've actually seen, and really does show that my love for K-Pop Demon Hunters is still going strong, even after I finally viewed it right around last year for sure, So yeah, but that's at least what I can say, of course, that front. So yeah, I'm really glad that I actually got it for sure, and certainly well worth pretty much spending a good chunk of money in order to get it for sure. And even more worth it when I actually bought the second one that I gave to Chelly Pop during my time there for sure. So that was actually well worth it on my part for sure. So yeah, but needless to say, really great Funko Pop figure that I actually got, and certainly worth adding to play my other ones that I currently got beforehand for sure. So yeah, that's at least what I can say, of course, that front. If you want to check that episode out for yourself, then don't worry about a thing. There's a card over there over at the top right corner of the screen, as well as, of course, the link to it down the description box below. So yeah, whichever you prefer, go right ahead, I'll wait till you come back. Yeah, take all the time you need, I'll be here by the time you come back for sure, so I'll be here as normal right up until you come back for sure, so I'm not complaining. I'm sure a lot of you guys will take your time nonetheless, so yeah. You know, I'm somehow quite curious to see on how the ongoing collab with K-pop Demon Hunters and McDonald's will actually go down. Yeah, that alone I'm actually quite curious about for sure. So yeah, now I'm almost tempted to see if I can actually get one of the either the Sacha Boys breakfast meal or the Huntrix meal hands out. I mean, I feel so guilty for saying that. I mean, I've eaten more McDonald's than I could imagine every time I go there, which is almost all the time. Yeah. I just don't have a particular reason, hands down, for sure. But maybe I might if I'm actually quite lucky for sure, so we'll have to wait and see on that. Alright, I guess seeing how you did already see the last episode of this show, we might as well go ahead and start up this episode as we normally do. Well, I think I might as well top off, of course, pretty much one of the items that I actually got during this year's Syracuse Collectors Con for sure. And I guess for this case alone, we're going to be straying away from, of course, pretty much K-pop Demon Hunters back over to Pokemon for sure. So yeah, and surprisingly enough, I did get one thing revolving around Pokemon. Just like that I am really thrilled to actually talk about, and that being, of course, on this. So yeah, what I got right here is, of course, a brand new Pokemon plushie that I actually got not too long ago. But this time around, it is, of course, pretty much one of the Gen 1 Pokemon itself, and that being, of course, Bulbasaur. So yeah, but not just any Bulbasaur plushie, but this one made entirely out of Condolory fabric for sure. So yeah, but that's at least what I can say. Of course, that front, I did get this when I was at Syracuse Collectors Con not too long ago for sure. And well, now that I finally got this in my hands, I think it makes sense for me to devote this episode entirely to this one for sure. So yeah, that's at least what I can say, of course, that front. So with that being said, let's go ahead and talk about this one. Alrighty then, well, now that we got the introduction out of the way, well, I guess it makes sense to finally talk about this one for sure. Now I guess it is no big surprise, pretty much given to the videos I've actually posted. You would definitely know that I have been a long-time Pokemon fan for quite some time now, for sure, and for good reason. I mean, the franchise itself needs no introduction because I've done multiple videos revolving around it for sure, and yeah. At least that's what I could say, of course, that front for sure, And well, I guess if there's one of many things that I really do love about Pokemon as a whole, I always do love collecting all sorts of really great merchandising stuff revolving around Pokemon for sure. Some official, some unofficial, some by artists, all that sort of stuff from what I can gather. So yeah, but that's at least what I can say, of course, that front. And I guess in terms of getting this Bulbasaur plushie, as you can see here, well, surprisingly enough, as expected, I did get this during my time at Syracuse Collectors Con this year for sure, and luckily enough, it happened during right around on Sunday, day 2 of the convention for sure, where I did manage to finally get this one hands out. But immediately afterwards, I pretty much rushed on over to Tara Sand's booth and got her autograph and picture, which I did mention a couple episodes ago for sure. And luckily enough, I did come fully prepared because I did manage to get this beforehand for sure, and actually showed it off when, of course, I actually did pretty much get a nice picture with Terra Sands, which I did posting pretty much during my time there for sure, and yeah, and she was even kind enough to featuring her Instagram story, and moreover, pretty much in her Instagram reel for sure. So yeah, so that was actually really quite nice for sure, and I'm really glad that I actually got the chance to meet her. But of course, stepping aside from all that, I think it makes sense to talk about this Bulbasaur plushie for sure, now that I finally got this in my hands, because yeah, I guess pretty much of anything, as a longtime Pokemon fan, I think it makes sense to talk about pretty much talk about one of the Pokemon from pretty much from an older generation for sure, back when the pretty much when the franchise itself became a thing for sure. So yeah, but that's at least what I can say, of course, that front. So with that being said, let's go ahead and dive right into this one. Alrighty then, well, now that we actually got that done, we can now go ahead and dive right into this pretty much this plushie for sure. So yeah, and of course, pretty much from what I can gather for sure, I really do think pretty much this actually looks great from what I've actually seen for sure. You can tell pretty much from what I can gather, they really want to make this look exactly like the Bulbasaur that we know of for sure. And literally from what I'm actually seeing by far, they really do think yeah, they really did do a bang-up job from what I've actually seen, especially with the way it's actually shaped out for sure, to really actually pretty much make this look exactly like Bulbasaur for sure. So yeah. And for the fact that pretty much this was, of course, made out of course, Corduroy fabric for sure, to which pretty much is described by, of course, pretty much the attack for this one for sure. It actually does show from what I can gather. So yeah, you can definitely see the lining pretty much within the fabric itself that they actually use to really help make this plushie for sure. And yeah, I think this is actually one item that has been released for a limited time, according to my research for sure. So with that being the case, I think this might actually be rare for me to actually get this one for sure. But I didn't mind it from what I can gather. I think this kind of fabric alone really does fit in well for, of course, Bulbasaur for sure, as the plushie hands down. So yeah, but that's at least what I can say, of course, that front. So yeah. So I guess give it to all that. I think going alongside his face for sure. Yeah, they really want to allow, of course, the detailing and lighting they actually did to really make this look exactly like the Bulbasaur that we know of for sure. So yeah, I'm really impressed with, of course, pretty much what I'm actually seeing right here, and yeah, even I think the nice spots pretty much on the top of his forehead, pretty much in between his ears for sure, really actually is quite nice from what I've actually seen, and yeah, even pretty much the expression on his face alone, they really actually did do a bang-up job, of course, that front for sure. Yeah, really, actually, pretty much, it's almost like Bulbasaur itself is actually looking at you going like, Bulbasaur! Bulba! But yeah, I guess either way, I think it is actually really quite nice from what I can gather, and even going alongside the rest of the body for sure, they really will allow, of course, that front for sure, like, of course, I did mention pretty much the spots on his forehead beforehand, but they were kind enough to add a few pretty much alongside this side of the body, as well as, of course, on one of its legs for sure. While on the other side, they really were allowed by having pretty much only two pretty much on its body, and I guess pretty much a couple on pretty much both its front and back legs for sure, which, yeah, they really well allow, of course, this one in terms of detailing, and I do applaud them for exactly that. So yeah. And of course, for the fabric itself, they really actually well allow with the coloring to really match Bulbasaur for sure. And of course, speaking of the legs, yeah, I will give them credit for also adding in all sorts of fabric that they can use to really make it look like the claws on Bulbasaur's feet for sure, which I really do think is actually quite nice. Detailing like that really does show, and I do applaud them just like that for sure. And yeah, I can tell there is a really great amount of effort being shown through a simple snap of a finger, hands down, which I really do think is actually quite nice. And of course, going alongside the top, where of course pretty much this part of Bulbasaur, which I will have to say is actually quite nice, almost like a nice little pretty much piling up flower, just being curled up pretty much just fine, which actually makes sense given to, of course, pretty much how Bulbasaur actually is played out. He is actually played out as like pretty much as one of the pretty much plant type Pokemon for sure, or I guess in this case grass type hands down. So yeah, and again, I think it does show with the nice bit of pretty much bluish, greenish color from what I've actually seen to really actually matching quite well from what I can gather. So yeah, I think with everything that I've actually mentioned, and of course this plushie, yeah, I think it actually does show, and I'm really impressed with, of course, how well this actually turned out from what I can gather. So yeah. And so, yeah, I think with everything that I've actually mentioned, I think it'll pretty much do exactly that for, of course, this plushie for sure. So yeah, overall, I really do love what they did with this nice plushie version of Bulbasaur for sure. Yeah, they really went all out to make this stand out quite well for sure. And I'm impressed with the final product, as you can see here for sure. Everything about it from what I can gather really actually makes this all the more incredible from what I can gather. And yeah, I think this really turned out quite great from what I can gather for sure, and really does match quite well with what we want for a Bulbasaur for sure. And as a longtime Pokemon fan like myself, I really do think this is actually well worth it, hands down. So yeah, I'm really glad that I actually got this for sure during my time at Syracuse Collectors Con for sure. And I say this is actually well worth it, of course, on my part from what I've actually seen. So yeah. At least that's what I can say, of course, that front. So yeah, I do highly recommend this, pretty much this one for sure. So if you can find one like this, hands down, I say this might actually be well worth it. Okay, if not, well, not to worry about a thing. There's a lot of other Bulbasaur plushies out there that you can also get your hands on for sure. So yeah, whatever one you can actually pick up, I say this is actually well worth it for sure. So yeah, but for now, I'm really glad that I actually got this, and it's going to go great alongside all the other Pokemon plushies that I actually got beforehand for sure. So yeah. And I guess on that thought alone, I think I might as well end this episode here. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this latest episode, and by all means, let me know down in the comments down below what you guys thought of this one for sure. I would love to know what you guys think. So yeah, but that's at least what I can say, of course, that front. Thank you guys so much for watching this latest episode, and phew, well, now that I finally got all the stuff pretty much mentioning Syracuse Collectors Con out of the way, I wonder what I could talk about for the next episode for sure. Surely I think there might be something for me to talk about, hands down. Well, Wait a second. What is that? I mean, is that a Hornby Thomas? How did that get into my hands? Wait a second. I think I might have teased this several episodes ago. And judging by what I got right here, this might actually be happening. Huh. Well, I know I didn't expect for me to get this pretty much during my time at Syracuse Collectors Con this year. But I think it looks like we're finally doing it, folks. So yeah, tune in next time. People were, of course, I did tease a little something several episodes ago, and well, judging by this Hornby Thomas model that I actually got right here, we're finally gonna do it, hands down. What, you may ask? Well, you're gonna have to tune in to see for yourself. So yeah, I'll leave you at that. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next episode. And ooh, I can't wait. Oh yeah, this is gonna be really great. I'm not gonna lie.
Special thanks to all of my supporters on Patreon for making today's video possible, including my top tier supporters for this month, VD and Sam Shepard. So if you want to be like these guys and show your support to us, then go to patreon.com/AckleyTackTV to pledge now, do so, and get some awesome rewards within your budget. Hey guys, this is AckleyTack4427 here. Thank you all so much for watching today's video. Feel free to like, comment, and share if you enjoy what you're seeing. If you like what you see here and want to see more videos coming up, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button and switch on the notification bell to get notifications, and select all notifications to be notified for when we post a new video. And don't forget to switch on notifications on your phone as well. Also, don't forget to check out my second channel and our 2-member channel with Sam the Thomas Fan 1, SamAttack4427TheThomasFan1 Productions, for plenty more content you can't find on here. You can check both of our channels out with the links or by our handles provided on screen. Feel free to shoot me an email with my email address provided, backley95@hotmail.com, if you want to ask me a question, want to collab with me for a project you've got in the works, or if you want to book me to be featured for a convention coming up. Follow me on my social media pages on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to keep up to date with me on updates, announcements, and new releases of my videos, as well as plenty of others I've got with my handles provided, as well as the links down in the description box below. Also, don't forget to follow me on TikTok for other videos I've got aside from the ones I've posted on YouTube, and on Twitch for any future live streams I've got coming up soon, as well as join our official Discord server to see what we've provided. If you wish to show your support to me, then feel free to check out my Patreon to get sneak peeks of my videos coming up before they go up online, as well as getting access to updates and playing more, in addition to getting some awesome rewards within your budget. Also, don't forget to check out and show your support to me on my wishlist on Amazon, and even supporting me at streamlabs.com/AckleyTackTV/tip that you can find in the description box below, as well as on my Twitch page. And in case you can't find any of the links that are provided, then not to worry about a thing. All the links and stuff are also provided on my link tree that you can also find in the description box below, as well as a few selected number of my social media pages. Other than that, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll be sure to see you in the next video. Take care.